Well, welcome back. Um, so I hope everything we're going through that in the presentation will have something resonate with you. Either the insights or the wisdom will find a way to resonate with you. Um, I'm going to share the screen here. There we go. Okay. So this last module, as you can see, we have total of 8 modules. So this last one is, we call it mindful motivation. In a way, it's summarizing all the 7 modules that we have gone through. So this modules, this learning, this motivational or empowerment modules were based on this chakra system. So chakra might be a strange term to you. That's okay. So basically, it's energy centers in our body. So starting from the root chakra, so it's an energy center that's the foundation of your human being, or just us as being. So when anything that's blocked in any of the 7 chakras or 7 energy centers, it somehow your body will be in aligned. So how you feel, how your willpower is, and how you love, how you speak. Speak is the throat chakra, and then how you see is that's the third eye chakra, and how you know yourself, how you know things, how you see things, how you know things. So all the 7 chakras, when they're unlocked, the goal is to unlock your energy centers. So with any with any of the center, if you feel the blockage, then that's the blockage toward life, toward the well-being. So I'm going to just summarize briefly how Mike's module 1 and 2. So 1 is the root chakra, and 2 is the the sacral chakra, and then Dawn's modules 3 is the solar plexus chakra, and then module 4 is trying to focus on the heart chakra. And then Iris fifth module is the throat chakra. That's why we call it effective communication. And then 6th module is the third eye chakra, the vision, the purpose in life, realign with your vision. And then module 7 is the crown chakra, which is coming to the transformation part. So I'm going to move on to the mindful motivation. So as this quote on the cup, I am my motivation. But what motivates you? Everyone get motivated differently. And getting to know your own motivation style, then you can find some solutions to your problems, to your own issues, to the chaos that you might experience. So you are the solution. You're not only the problem. do you know your motivation style? If you want to always stay motivated, you need to understand what motivates you the most. So that's the I am statement exercise we're going to do. Okay, so move on to the next one. So this, as most of us know, there's a saying that only 10% of our brain get utilized. So what happened to the other 90% of our brain function? So people don't know if they simply just don't know what they don't know. So we nearly all of our brain works in a way that's conducted in a different. They conduct the connection in different lobes and regions. They are all at the unconscious level. So 10% of our conscious is it's like an iceberg. We think, we plan, we have that short-term memory. That's the 10% of the consciousness. And most time we function with our 90% of the subconscious mind. When your habits were created, your belief system, and your sometimes your dream and the law of attraction and the psychic ability, like the sixth sense. That's where people say the sixth sense that you just feel it, your gut feeling about some situation, some people, and you can tap into that collective memory. So when let's say, for example, lots of time we do things unconsciously. Even one example I can give is with this ring I have. I went down. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I have my screen blocked. So with this wedding ring I have, the wedding band I have, I didn't find my. I realized I didn't have my ring on the weekend. So I thought I lost it. I was looking for my ring everywhere. So I was like going through upstairs, downstairs. I'm like, oh, I couldn't find it. Maybe because it just like slided off. So later on, I changed my put on another clothing, and then I went to the pocket. I'm like, oh, here's my ring. I found my ring in my pants pocket. But then I was thinking, oh, when did I even take it off? Because normally I have my ring 24/7. I hardly take it off for the 365 days a year. Only if I have to take it off. So I'm like, oh, trying to think what happened. Why did I take it off and put it in my pants pocket? I thought, oh, and then I realized, oh yes, I went to my massage, and then they need to put some oil on my hand, so I took it off. So this action of taking off my wedding band off my finger, it was done unconsciously, and but it resided in this short-term memory, that 10% conscious. So 90% my subconscious is that I know I have my ring. I have my ring like 24/7. So it's just an example that sometimes what you do unconsciously, it determines the path lots of time. So the information actually we perceive in our consciousness is not created by our conscious thought, nor is it reacted to by our conscious processes. So there's a reason you don't stop your hand from bring your hand back when you're going to get burned by a hot stove. So that's all like subconsciously that's like instinct. So what really determines how you react, how you respond, is that subconscious mind, that 90% of our brain function. So we want to motivate you to build up this subconscious mind and to utilize the other 90% of your brain. So it's time to set yourself free. Just like the graphic earlier, I showed the heart that's in the bird cage. If you just reach out for the key, but sometimes you need to really have the desire, have the determination, that you want to set yourself free. We all tend to blame others when we are trapped in any situation. Like, let's say, for example, if you're trapped in elevator, the first thing you're going to blame is, oh, who stopped this elevator? Like, that's our just human nature. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover what the prisoner, that prisoner is you, not others, not your parents, not your siblings, not your children, not your partner. So the prisoner who can set you free is you. We are all our own prisoners lots of the times. Our own fears trapped us, our own inner critics, our own criticism toward ourselves definitely trapped us. Anyone who like escape room here, maybe first time you try any escape room would not be easy. But the second time, if you try the same escape room second time, you would find it's quite easy. So the good news is that once we learned how to escape this trap, then we get better freeing ourselves next time. It builds your resilience. So in a way that you want to build that resilience toward that emotional trauma you might felt, and any judgmental thoughts you had toward yourself or blaming of yourself. So once you experience that freedom, you set yourself free one time, then you know how to set you free the second time when you're trapped in that emotional trigger. So this one is something, don't we all want our cell phone? Let's say, for example, our cell phone. If our cell phone can be fully charged in 30 seconds, we would be all like easy peasy life. That's going to be so awesome if even like any electronic can be fully charged from even like 10% left to be fully charged 100%. And our emotional battery is actually something that we can make the shift and get ourselves transformed and fully charged within 30 seconds. It doesn't happen in the physical world. Your phone doesn't get charged in 30 seconds unless it's maybe, who knows, 10 in few years, maybe someone will invent something that get the phone charged in 30 seconds. But what I'm trying to share is you can make this shift only within 30 seconds. Let's say, for example, I was blaming myself. Like for me, as I shared at the beginning, I'm someone tend to blame myself when things go wrong. And once I captured that thought that I'm okay, what am I doing? Like the power of present moment, that I notice that I'm blaming myself again. I'm not encouraging myself. Then I stop that pattern and I make the shift, make that switch. I know one thing Dong shared from his presentation is you are either burning the bridge or you're building the bridge. And imagine that bridge is that that pattern that you are trying to build. You're either building toward that future that you want, the happy future or the healthy emotional well-being you're trying to build, or you're burning that bridge. So making that shift requires as little as that 30 seconds, but it's a learned skill. It's a skill that doesn't come in natural. It's not a skill that you just wake up one day, oh, I can make the shift, I can make the switch within 30 seconds. It's someone else need to help you, and to help you to learn that skill. So one thing we can do while we're here in our workshop is something called mirror affirmation. And like this image shows, you got to give yourself a thumbs up to to yourself. Lots of time when we look at the mirror, what do you say to yourself? I know I tend to say, oh, like, did I gain weight? Oh, like I have few wrinkles showed up again, you know? A lot of time when we look at the mirror, when we see our own reflection, it's not all positive. It's not all happy moments. Okay, so too often we just use the functional side of the mirrors for sure, and the other motivational side has not been utilized. So now lucky thing is we don't have to bring all the mirrors to the screen, so we can just see it in front of us, because the screen shows our own image here. And so most important thing we need to learn is how to love ourselves. And everything we say, either is that, oh, I don't like how I look, that's affirmation as well. So everything you say to yourself is affirmation. And that's why it's so important to make it positive and address it to what we want, not to what we don't want. But lots of time when we do that affirmation, we say things that we don't want. Either like, oh, my face is dry, or why I'm not happy, or like something else that you need to change up. Align your mind to affirmation is the key to your success. So do you really treat yourself as you're loved? If you say I love myself, do you talk to yourself as the someone that's really loving yourself? Events come and go, but the love you have for yourself stays with you forever. If this 8 modules of workshop didn't happen to do anything or tune anything or resonate anything with you, but still try to love yourself, because the workshops will be ended by the end of tonight, but the love you have for yourself will stay with you for a long time. How can you be more loving today? If I'm golden, so are they. Like if Stella, you are golden, so is Stephanie, so is Neela. And look at the mirror and look into your eyes. So we can do this a little exercise, either when with you looking at your own image in front of you, or you can close your eyes if you want to do this meditatively. You can close your eyes and imagining yourself looking at mirror. So either way is fine. So at your own comfort, with your own choice. So just, if you have your eyes closed, just relax. If you're looking at the screen, just look at it with the intention that you are doing some motivational work for yourself. So you can say to yourself, if you're visualizing yourself looking at the mirror and looking at the reflection in the mirror or on the screen, telling yourself, I love you. What is that you really want? So you're asking yourself, I love you. What is that I really want? And I want to support you in every way I could. So you're telling yourself, I want to support you and care for you every way I can. And that affirmation, what's some affirmation affirmation is within you? Just find it for yourself. What is pleasant to your own ear? You can either ask yourself or just visualize. You say it to yourself in front of the mirror. And allowing yourself to smile back at you, to love back at you. The intention of validating, accepting yourself. Just take a deep breath. If you have your eyes closed, can gently bring your gaze back to the screen. And this exercise can be done anytime during the day, even if you are on the phone. If you feel down about yourself, that you want to just give yourself a bit of like motivation, you can just use the camera function, selfie function, and then like say to yourself, okay, I love you. I want to support you. I want to care for you. And just that little affirmation will go a long way in terms of self-love. So if you want to find happiness, find gratitude. Gratitude is something that's more than appreciation. It's a way that can maximize your own creative flow. Um, so William James once said, the deepest craving of human nature is the need to be appreciated. It didn't say the deepest craving of human nature is to be loved, but to be appreciated. To be when you feel appreciated, there is a sense of being loved. So if you want to find a way to love someone, it's not to change them, but instead help them to reveal the greatest version of themselves. Let's say if you want to love your spouse, or you love your children, or love any family members, or love someone that you want them to feel loved, it's appreciate them and give them gratitude and help them to find their greater version of themselves. It's not happiness that brings us gratitude. It's gratitude that brings us happiness. Do you see the order? So happiness doesn't bring you gratitude, but gratitude brings you happiness. So gratitude is definitely a part of this happiness recipe. Without it, it most likely won't taste good. Your ability to see beauty and possibility is proportionate to the level at which you embrace gratitude. If you embrace gratitude at a higher level, your ability to see beauty and possibility is at a higher level. Acknowledgement, recognition, appreciativeness, grace, honor, and in that or any praise are all synonyms of gratitude. So gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. The more you express your gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have seen more to express your gratitude for. And joy is the simplest form of gratitude. And there are two kinds of gratitude, though. The sudden kind we feel for what we take. So sudden kind, like if someone gave you something, you're like, oh, thank you. And the larger kind we feel for what we give. So you feel larger kind of gratitude when you start giving. So it's at a larger scale. Then you feel more gratitude, you express more gratitude, because the expression of your gratitude becomes a form of giving. What separates privilege from entitlement is actually gratitude. So gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. If you feel like you're not reaching your fullness in life, maybe it's the gratitude that hasn't been worked on yet. It turns that we have into enough and more, it turns denial into acceptance. So it turns things around. It turns what you have, the little thing you have, into, oh, I have enough, because that's gratitude. And it turns denial, if you deny something, and turn the denial into acceptance, and turns chaos into order, and turns confusion into clarity. It makes sense of your past, your future. It brings peace for today and creates the vision for tomorrow. It can turn a meal, when there's gratitude, it turns a meal into a feast. It turns a house, a physical house, a property, into a home. And it turns a stranger into a friend. So gratitude does more than we think of. All disease, it actually study shows all disease, all kinds of disease, either any kind of inflammation or cancer or tumor, all disease are coming from state of non-forgiveness. And forgiveness is about loving yourself enough to move on, to be grateful, to be thankful for what has been done to you, what have been given to you, and what you have in front of you, and what might happen tomorrow. Okay, so we'll just have two more slides here, and before we do our final meditation. Steve, this famous motivational speaker, Steve Maraboli, said one time, it's time to care, it's time to take responsibility, it's time to lead, it's time for change, it's time to be true to our greatest self, it's time to stop blaming others. I found this little graphic is quite resonating with me. It's someone else helped me to be transformed. It's like someone else turned the activation button in my brain, you know. So when we start to care, it's like we turn that key on for someone else. So when you take responsibility, it's like turn that key on, turn that power button on. And when you decide to lead, it's time to lead. It's like turn your power button on. And it's time to change, you turn that power button on. And someone else can help you to turn that button on, to turn the power on, if you don't find that what you've been doing is not really helping. So when it's time to stop blaming others, you turn that button on for yourself. You stop blaming yourself, stop blaming others. You take that responsibility, you start to lead the way. So um, this is my second last slide. I encourage everyone here to be the lighthouse for others. Um, so the all lot can be said and done until you become the lighthouse for others. You're not that motivated yourself until you go out to bring that light to others around you. So I'm just going to have everyone do a final meditation, and before we do some sharing of like the past few modules that we have gone through. So just gently have your eyes closed, imagining there's this huge lighthouse in your mind's eye. Visualizing that bright light shining out from this lighthouse. It lighted up your path in darkness. And motivate you to bring light to others. People who are in darker situation than you are, who are in more chaos than you are. You want to bring the light to lighten up other people's loads. Just deeper breathing. Feel your burdens are lighter. Your shoulders are relaxed. And visualizing yourself as a lighthouse. Bright light shines through your eyes. There's this warm light shines out from the crown of your head, shines out from your heart. You are bringing light to others. That warm golden light shines out from every cell of your skin, from your inner child out to your adult self. Feel like a bright star. Feel so golden. You are that bright light. Telling yourself, I am the light. I am love and light. Just let that sit with you. Feel good about yourself being bright light. Always come back to your own breathing. Allow that breath flow to resonate with you. And gently blink your eyes open back to the screen. And I want to say thank you to everyone who participated in this 8 modules of empowerment workshop. And you can find more information, or if you ever want to donate to the good cause, you can go to our website as well. It's the gesture of giving that motivate yourself and motivate others as well. So I'm just going to stop the share, and either you can put in the chat one thing that came up to you that you want to share. I like to see at least one share if anyone. Okay, so Stella, what, Don? You're losing your hair?
Well, that was for the mirror. When you said when you look in the mirror, what happens?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't check the chat yet. Okay, so we all need a new battery. Yep. My mirror talk, I love you. I appreciate you. Oh, I love that. Stella. Yes. Lots of time we are encouraged to say I love you to others. Sometimes we do need to say that to ourselves. We need to appreciate ourselves.
I've
And
noticed
yeah.
that when I manage to get myself out for a walk, I thank myself and I was like, yeah, this feels good, right? Because I'm noticing like how the energy changes, and as soon as I notice that, I just automatically say thank you. I'm glad that aren't you glad you got out here? Yes, it's great. I'm so grateful that I'm out here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of like that. It brings me back to the beginning part of the module where, like you were talking about um, the continuous transformation, like how providing myself that supportive dialogue that encourages me to continue progressing and continuing to keep going. And I'm grateful that I can notice that my self-talk has changed so much, that I can
Mm-hmm.
acknowledge that, and I'm very grateful for that.
Wow. That's awesome. That's so true. That lots of time how we communicate ourselves have been neglected. Thank you so much, Stella. Uh, anyone else have a, okay, so maybe everyone can put one line in the chat what stands out to you.
Not sure.
Okay.
Uh,
Yep. Don, you want to share something?
yeah, instead of typing, I would just speak about it. I really like the near the end when you spoke about the gratefulness, which is I think for the last few years I've learned to practice a lot of gratefulness, but I like how you put it that there's two different forms of you're grateful when you receive, but there's also the gratefulness of giving. And I think that's really powerful for me because I think in my later years of life I've been able to get out of in my own module when I talked about self-preservation to a thriving mentality to be able to be that lighthouse for other people. And there is that power of being grateful that I am in service to someone, and being grateful that I've in a space today to be able to do that. And I'm very grateful for that um, that type of, I guess, connection that I have with people. And that's something that stood out in that last slide that you had. I think it was the second last slide talking about gratefulness. I just want to share that. It was really well done.
Wow. Oh, thank you so much, Don. Yeah, I know definitely you are a leader, like leading many others who are going through addiction and depression. You're leading the way. to help them get out their situation. So you're doing a good job yourself there. Um, okay, we can. Okay, we have few minutes. Everyone can have a sharing before we wrap it up.
I'm going to jump in again. Sorry, Angela. I just wanted to express that I've learned that through this session that that healing the inner child, and that's what I've got. I've got tend to the wounds of the inner child with compassion and love. Listen and validate to your inner child. Healing these wounds will enable and perpetuate transformation of core beliefs of who you are. And that relates back to previous sessions of the core beliefs. And I believe that healing the inner child, which is where our core beliefs come from, you know, how we talked how core beliefs can change over time. And I believe that I feel that if healing the active participation of healing the inner child and the discussion of that transaction with myself, it's like allowing myself to like I've taken notes here, like to allow myself to listen to the inner child, ask those questions of, you know, what are you missing, what do you feel you need, what is lacking, you know, what can I help you with, and to listen to that and then work on that, and also keeping that dialogue open, like, you know, well, we went for a walk today, that was good, we did this today, and sort of to keep that discussion within that that I am working on those I don't want to say problems,
Mm-hmm.
right, that I'm trying to fill that void, to give
Mm-hmm.
to give that assurance to myself that somebody is looking out for me, and
Mm-hmm.
building up that confidence in that that inner belief that I'm okay, you know, all of those structures that you went through, that all the lackings and the fears and stuff like that, it's starting from within, like the root, building myself up from the root like that. It it's yeah, I've taken away a lot from this, so thank you so much for that.
Wow. Wow. You know what? If all this make a difference in one person's life, then I think all four speakers will feel that our effort has been worth it. So yeah, thank you so much, Stella, for sharing that. I indeed that it yeah, quite appreciated of your sharing how what you how you benefited from this workshop.
And I see the relationship of gratitude, like my gratitude for you and the workshop and attending, and then I reflected back to the beginning of this workshop. What are you grateful for, or, you know, how do you feel? Like I'm grateful to have attended to every session, and to commit myself and to meet that commitment, and to just that relationship of gratitude. It's like for what you gave to me, but what I gave to myself by being here. And then I also see possibly the reflection of that gratitude back to you. So it's very tangible and real, this circle of gratitude, and brings me into the moment and what I feel in the moment, and it's really beautiful. So thank you all of you. You've been very, very impactful.
Wow. Yep. Whatever Mike shared, whatever Don shared, and Iris shared are all very impactful. I hope all the wisdoms and insights have been resonating with everyone here. Anyone, maybe whoever didn't get a chance to share, can have a few or 1 minute each. Stephanie, you have your mic on. You like to share?
Just wanted to say thank you for organizing this.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I think there's some static sound from your mic. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, well received, well received. Okay, one or two more sharing, and then we can have it wrapped up. Oh, Nila. Oh, sorry, Mike. Were you going to share something?
I just enjoyed how you wrapped it up and brought the pieces together and helped us focus on what could be our next best steps, right?
Mhm.
So gratitude, understanding inner child, and really that mirror exercise when we talk positively to ourselves. I think we've seen. I mean, I've seen different snippets on TikTok and Facebook and all of that of kids doing that, and the parents putting it online. We have to remember to do that as well. There's a real magic to it, and I was doing that by using my own camera and looking at myself through Zoom, and it was really kind of cool. So thank you for walking us through that. That was great and a great reminder.
Thank you. I hope you didn't have to say I'm losing my hair like what Don
Oh, not at all.
had to tell himself.
Not at all. I said I love you a lot.
That's awesome. Mila, is there something you like to share?
No, I just said I enjoyed them, Angela. They were great. All the work, they were just very, very good, very insightful and empowering. They were amazing. I really enjoyed them. Thank you. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you, Nila, for your presence. Yeah, thank you for being here with us. Past 4 weeks, we have been spending our Tuesday night together, and it has been awesome. So thank you, everyone, and keep your inner child healing going, and keep your positive vibes going, and be the light. Thank you, everyone. So I would, yeah, we'll stay in touch, and actually, there will be other workshop coming up. I'll let everyone know.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Mikal.
Thank you.
John.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Angela, did you
Good
want
night.
us to stay on a little bit, me and Don?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.